So we're always trying to go green. We're always trying to regulate. We're always trying to mandate. We're always trying to conserve water. But should we be doing this? I don't think so. One of the biggest things in today's society is overregulating, is to conserve too much. To be going green is a good thing, but when you overstep, you tend to step on today's society. Preventing problems for tomorrow ultimately leaves the problems that we have today unresolved, makes them greater, makes things more difficult. Issues begin to arise, and we tend to have a problem. We need our water now. Water is just a basic necessity of life. We use it in everyday tasks, from cooking to cleaning to just using it for survival. In high populated areas that are dry, such as LA or Arizona, they have access to water, but we tend to regulate and keep them from using the resources that they have access to. This is a detrimental flaw that we have in today's society, to overconserve. To overconserve is one of the biggest problems that we have, because we are too busy planning for problems that haven't arisen yet. We're too busy trying to prevent problems when we should be taking a proactive role to solve the problems that we have now. That way, they don't become larger problems in the future and create greater problems. When we overstep our powers of regulation when it's concerning conserving water, we tend to do this. We tend to create larger problems because we're not solving the problems that we have today. We need to regulate our water, but we don't need to create mandates that keep water conservation at an all-time high. It's good to plan for a rainy day, but in this case, we haven't had rain in a long time and we need water now. So, one of the biggest things is, if you use and you know how to implement policies that deal with water, we can approve a possibility that will help create a structure that solves today's problems and prevents tomorrow's problems. Food production has decreased in the United States because we are overregulating. We are mandating laws that have to deal with conserving water. It might be a radical thing to conserve, to go green, to do any of that stuff. But what they don't realize is that today's society needs that infrastructure. We need a structure that helps fixes today's problems rather than trying to fix tomorrow's problems and ignoring today's problems. One of the biggest things is also that we have the access to the resources now. So why should we force people to limit their uses when they're the ones that have used their time to create access to those resources? We don't tell other people out there that they can't spend the money that they earn working a 9 to 5 job when payday comes on Friday. No, so that's the same thing. We shouldn't regulate the resources that people have access to when they're the ones that created that access to it. Today's society could benefit greatly from applying themselves to find solutions to today's resources, to today's problems, by accessing new resources. We need water now. So if you deliberately are trying to resist using water, things become difficult. We must find a way to regulate water within today's society and prevent problems from tomorrow.